So in this video, we're going to run through a quick review of Insightly CRM and compare it to LeadLoft to see which CRM is best for your team. Let's get into it. So this is Insightly, and it's kind of a standard CRM. You can see here on the left, they have leads, contacts, organizations, opportunities, and they even have projects. So it kind of mirrors Salesforce in many ways. So it's a bit more of a complex and complicated CRM. So if you're looking for something that's easy to use out of the gate, Insightly probably is not the best CRM for your team. However, it is really customizable. If you hop into here, you can look at projects, you can build projects and track those projects, which is kind of a cool feature of Insightly. Just keep in mind that it is complicated. Your team has to figure out how leads and contacts and organizations and opportunities all kind of sync together. And that's a really difficult task for anybody who's ever managed a CRM before. In fact, I'd say it's really kind of the reason why LeadLoft exists. If you hop into LeadLoft, you can see LeadLoft's really straightforward. We don't have contacts and opportunities and leads. You only need a track pipeline. And on the left here, you might have like a new deal, and you just drag it down and you just drop it into signed or customer or however you customize your pipeline here. But in LeadLoft, you don't have to worry about all of that. You only have to worry about tracking your deals, and LeadLoft's going to handle all the deduplication in the background for you. If you open up a deal, it's going to track all your contacts, all the company information, and all the communication you have with that company. And that includes email and LinkedIn communication automatically here. The next thing I want to point out is if you hop into Insightly, there's no way to actually automate outreach from a sales perspective. If I hop over into contacts here, I open up somebody, this is some demo data, and I scroll down, yeah, I can email them, but there's no way to actually automate outreach with like a sequence. If I hop into LeadLoft, we have something we call playbooks, which are really powerful sequences. I can scroll down here, maybe it's a founder's outbound sequence. And you can see this playbook here. It opens up with Bounce Shield, which can verify unverifiable emails, automated emails, which of course are personalized to the first name, to the company name, etc. We have calling tasks because LeadLoft can actually find phone numbers. It can also find email addresses. And of course, we have automated LinkedIn connections and automated messages, which you can use for both outbound or for inbound outreach as well, which is a really powerful feature within LeadLoft. And the next thing I'd say is I can hop into Insightly here. If I'm looking at my opportunities, there's no way to really bulk engage them. You can see here, I can change the owner, add a link, add activity, add tags, etc. I can even bulk edit. But there's no way to actually bulk engage. So I'm gonna have to follow up with every deal here one by one. If I look at LeadLoft on the other end, I can open up LeadLoft, go to my pipeline, and I can apply a couple filters like maybe it's follow up, task due, owner is me. And now I'm looking at all the deals where I need to follow up. And if you want, you can actually save this and make it really easy to access this view. And you can see I've already saved one over here that we call them quick views. I can hop over here, click follow up, and immediately I'm looking at everybody that I need to follow up with. And if my team clicks this, they'll see everybody they need to follow up with. So it's really easy to track your deals and actually follow up with deals. The next thing is you can actually automate outreach here. I can hop into responded here, select all of them, click playbooks, and I can enroll them in a playbook. Maybe it's like a deal follow-up playbook. Click enroll, then we'll obviously automatically engage them. We'll verify some emails, engage on LinkedIn, maybe it's a connection, send them an email, maybe send them a LinkedIn message, send them a follow-up email, etc., etc. And you can customize these however you want. And for the most part, if you hop into Insightly here, we've kind of covered the capabilities here. Yeah, they have some reports, dashboards, etc. For the most part, it's a standard CRM similar to Salesforce. If you hop into LeadLoft, we have some really cool features like AI prospecting, and even automated outreach. So let's look at prospecting for a second within LeadLoft. I can hop into LinkedIn here. You can see we have our Chrome extension saved at the bottom. We have segments, which help you organize your leads, or at least helps you segment them. You have playbooks as well. And if you have one selected here, you're going to enable our one-click engage feature. So when you save somebody's contact information, their company information, etc., to LeadLoft, we'll also begin engaging them. So we have founders outbound selected here. Let's go ahead and use that. We'll scroll down here within the search for founders. Here's founder institute, maybe Pixie Bricks. We'll click save. FinGrid, we'll click save as well. And what's cool here is you can see this company is not formatted, but that's not a problem. LeadLoft will automatically format that and clean it up in the background to make sure it's outreach ready. And you don't have to worry about manual review within your CRM. So if I hop back into LeadLoft here and click pipeline, here's FinGrid. You can see it's been cleaned up there. There's Pixie Bricks. And if we give it a moment, we'll be able to find their email addresses as well. Let's just check here and refresh real fast and see where we're at. And there we go. So it looks like FinGrid here, we found his email, but it's unverified. Then Pasha here, we were able to find their email as well. So if you open up a deal here, of course, you see an overview of the company, all the information we saved. Then on top of that, you can also see we have the email. That green dot indicates it's verified. the LinkedIn URL. And like I mentioned, since we had that playbook selected, we're also automatically engaging Pasha here with that playbook. So one click to create this lead, find contact information, and begin engaging them. And I didn't mention this, but we can find direct dial cell phone numbers if you enable that feature within LeadLoft. It costs 5 credits. We don't do annual contracts. It's pay as you go. We make it really accessible for all of our users. The next thing here is if you don't want to go one by one in LinkedIn prospecting, which I understand why you might not want to do that, we also offer AI agents that can prospect for you. If I go to playbooks here, I can click new playbook. I can click AI prospector. Basically just type in who you want to go after. We'll say VPs of sales located in New York. And you could also say with a headcount of 100 to 500 employees. There you go. Click continue. It's going to build an audience for us in the background automatically. The next step here is to build out the playbook, the actual steps of the playbook, right? So we can build it by hand or with AI. Let's just go ahead and use AI. And we have a playbook prompt here. So we basically have to explain what we want to build. We'll just use outbound lead gen. Now we have our pitch. And I'll just say, we help companies streamline sales and scale revenue. There we go. I don't think it's the best pitch, but of course, if you're here, spend more time on it. Make sure it's enticing and it's interesting. And then when you're ready, just click generate with AI. And in the background, the AI is going to start working to build a playbook with email steps, LinkedIn steps, calling tasks, etc. So let's give it a moment here. It usually takes 5 or 10 seconds. So it should be done here shortly. There we go. You can see bounce shield up front. This verifies unverifiable emails. So like that contact we saved previously where I had an unverified email. This will actually determine if that email is verified or invalid and update the status for you automatically. Then we have an automated email, an automated connection request on LinkedIn, a calling task, an email follow-up, LinkedIn follow-ups, etc. It looks pretty nice. We'll click use playbook. And then if you want to set this live, you just scroll up and click start playbook. When you click start playbook, within a couple of minutes, it's going to start saving contacts automatically. And the way that happens is these AI agents will go out, go contact by contact, company by company, seeing if they match your description here. If they match this description, they'll save their contact information, verify it in real time, and then add them into this playbook. And again, that happens completely automatically in the background, only using AI agents. You don't have to lift a finger. So there you have it. That's my review of Insightly. When it comes down to it, it's kind of just an old school CRM. It kind of handles all the data flows and allows you to track things, but it requires a lot of manual data entry and a lot of manual follow-ups. If you want something that's more modern, that's better for generating leads, better for automating outreach, LeadLoft is obviously the better tool here. So hopefully it's helpful. If you have questions, feel free to reach out to me or my team. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video.